In a quiet town tucked away in southern Indiana, a boy with big dreams and even bigger talent emerged from poverty, pain, and pressure to become one of the greatest basketball players the world has ever seen. This is the story of Larry Joe Bird, known to many as the Hick from French Lick, but remembered by all as a legend of the game. Born on December 7, 1956 in West Baden Springs, Indiana, just next to French Lick, Larry Bird was raised in a working-class family. French Lick wasn't known for much, except perhaps its mineral springs and the kind of Midwestern values that forged toughness and humility. Larry was one of 6 children. His father, Joe Bird, was a Korean War veteran who worked various jobs, and his mother, Georgia, worked at a local diner to help make ends meet. Money was tight, and the family struggled, eventually leading to Larry's parents' divorce. Tragedy struck early. Joe Bird, suffering from depression and unable to support his family financially, died by suicide when Larry was just 18. It was a defining moment that would stay with Larry his entire life. For young Larry, basketball was more than a game. It was an escape. He spent endless hours shooting hoops, developing a game that was uniquely his own. He played against older kids, practiced until his fingers were raw, and learned to read the floor like a chessboard. At Springs Valley High School, Larry Bird averaged over 30 points and 20 rebounds per game his senior year. But he wasn't flashy. His style was methodical, smart, relentless. He didn't jump the highest or run the fastest, but nobody outworked Larry Bird. In 1974, Bird accepted a scholarship to play for legendary coach Bobby Knight at Indiana University. But the culture shock from a small town to a large university was too much. After just 24 days, Bird dropped out and returned home, working as a garbage man. He later said it was one of the best jobs he ever had, not because of the pay, but because it grounded him and gave him time to think. A year later, Bird enrolled at Indiana State University in Terre Haute. There, he transformed the Sycamores into a powerhouse, putting up dazzling numbers, finishing his college career averaging 30.3 points, 13.3 rebounds, and 4.6 assists per game. In 1979, Bird led Indiana State to a perfect season and a showdown with Magic Johnson's Michigan State in what became the most-watched college basketball game in history. Though Bird's team lost, a rivalry and a friendship was born. The Boston Celtics drafted Larry Bird 6th overall in the 1978 NBA draft, before he even finished college. It was a gamble, but Celtics president Red Auerbach believed in Bird's unique vision, passing, and scoring ability. In his rookie year, Bird turned around a struggling franchise, leading them from 29 to 61 wins. He won Rookie of the Year in 1980, beating out Magic Johnson. Throughout the 1980s, Larry Bird became a basketball god. He led the Celtics to 3 NBA championships, 1981, 1984, and 1986. He was a 3-time league MVP, 1984 to 86, a 12-time All-Star, and one of the most cerebral, lethal shooters in history. He wasn't just great, he was clutch. Trash-talking but never arrogant. Competitive but never dirty. Bird's game was built on intelligence, vision, and an almost supernatural ability to anticipate the play before it happened. His rivalry with Magic Johnson, which began in college, elevated the NBA to new heights. Celtics versus Lakers, East versus West, Bird versus Magic. It was basketball theater at its finest. By the late 80s, Larry's body began to betray him. Years of diving for loose balls, taking hard fouls, and playing through pain took their toll. His chronic back issues became debilitating. But Bird rarely complained. He played through pain, underwent back surgery, and still managed to average near triple doubles in his final years. In 1992, he joined the Dream Team, the greatest Olympic basketball team ever assembled, and won gold in Barcelona. That same year, Larry Bird retired from the NBA. They called him the Hick from